What's going on, Five Stripe fam? Tanner here from Atlanta United Fan TV with another transfer daily update. We'll start it off with Jack Mulraney, the winger/wingback from Hearts in Scotland. It may seem that Atlanta United's connection with Aberdeen is already paying some dividends because this is the type of guy that you would expect a scouting system in Scotland might turn up. Yeah, he might not be the most flashiest player in the world, but he is a winger/wingback, which makes me think maybe Atlanta United is looking to play a back three again next season with the addition of Brooks Lennon already, who plays in that position as well. You're trying to get better depth there. You're trying to get better quality there compared to last season where, if we're being honest, that's why Justin Meerman ended up playing wingback, because we had no depth, especially on the left-hand side. What's interesting about that, though, is it gets into the big news story of today, and that's that multiple reports coming out of Mexico and out of Atlanta are that LGP to Club Tijuana is 90% done. It looks like LGP's time as a five-stripe is over. He's made almost 100 appearances for Atlanta United and has been one of the stalwarts in the side that won 3 major trophies, 4 if you count the Eastern Conference, championship as well, whatever. I'm going to be honest, I do not get this move. I guess it seems a lot of Frank de Boer putting his foot down saying, I don't want someone in the side that disagrees with my decision making, that is going to potentially give me a problem if things aren't going our way during the season. But still, it leaves you incredibly short in the center back department because you only have 2 center backs who are actual center backs who have played minutes for the first team, and that's Franco Escobar and Miles Robinson. George Campbell's never played a first team minute, and yes, he played okay at times for Atlanta United 2 last season, but I didn't see anything that made me think, okay, he's going to be the next Miles Robinson. Maybe I'm wrong, and hopefully he can develop that way, but that's, again, a lot to ask of a player who's never played for the first team before. Everyone put all these expectations on George Bello going into the 2019 season. He at least had played a few first-team minutes. George Campbell has not done that at all. You have Jeff Larentowicz, who can fill in at center back, but I'd prefer him to be in midfield protecting the center backs, and he isn't exactly the paciest person in the world, and if we're playing with a back three, especially one that contains Franco Escobar, you know that he's going to be going up and down a lot. So it leaves the club very, very short of depth at center back. And in my opinion, they need to sign at least 2 center backs of experience to have quality there and have depth, especially if you're playing with the back three. That's a lot of pressure on the front office to find those guys. You're going to be cutting out a lot of salary, which is going to have Julian Gressel asking for money again as well. But if that's where you're planning on investing some of this LGP money in terms of salary, great. But at the same time, you still have to sign center backs. I really have some questions about what the strategy is here because I understand the Tito Villalba move. He doesn't fit the system. He deserves to start somewhere. He's good enough to start somewhere. I think he wants to leave. I get that. I would even get letting Julian Gressel go. Not that I'd be happy about it, but I would understand it if you're bringing in people to replace them. I didn't think the squad needed a complete overhaul, but it seems that the club is kind of going about that in a few different ways. They have to sign a lot of players in multiple positions to give the club quality and depth across the board, especially for a Champions League run. It puts a big target on Frank de Boer's back, I guess is all I can say, because if these moves don't work out, and clearly these are moves that you would imagine have asked for, it's going to put pressure on the front office to deliver him players, especially good players. And it's going to put pressure on him because, yeah, if it doesn't work out, that's going to fall at his doorstep. And he doesn't exactly have a lot of credit in the bank with a lot of fans anyway. Yes, the club won 2 trophies and got closer to MLS, but still, under the surface, there is still a bubbling discontent because of how much went wrong last season, and because some people feel, myself included, that he didn't handle that game against Toronto in the best way possible. So still, LGP most likely seeing his days in Atlanta done. It will be sad. He has been a great servant for the club. But yeah, LGP to Club Tijuana. Guys, get down in the comments below and let us know what you think about LGP moving on, as well as us signing potentially another wingback in Jack Mulraney. But for everything Atlanta United, for all the news, transfer stories, and updates, keep tuned into Atlanta United Fan TV as we will keep you on the mark with everything this offseason, and you will not miss a single thing. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe because it really helps us a lot, and we'll catch you in the next one.